So how'd we do? We obeyed all the rules, but our melody is pretty boring. And what makes it boring is I've kind of overused C, D, and E. Nearly everything is C, D, and E. Here's a B, here's a G, and here's an A. Other than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notes, it's all C, D, and E. So it's really kind of contained in a very narrow range of notes, just 3 notes that I'm using over and over and over, which tends to make not a great melody. So let's try that again. I'm going to keep my first and last 2 bars. And let's take a different angle with it. Let's now think about obeying all the rules, but let's also now think about the melody and making sure our melody comes across as nice and lyrical. What we want is not to be repeating a bunch of notes, and we also tend to want like kind of a direction to it, like a high point around the 3/4 mark, or some kind of point, some kind of moment in it. So it climaxes somewhere, it reaches a high note. You can do it with a low note also. Something that shows a little more direction. Okay, so let's try it again. Here we go. So for this first note, let's go down again because we do like that contrary motion. We have a third. Now, right away, let's just get out of this CD stuff. Let's go down. So now I've got a second. So I'm on a passing tone. And I'm going to resolve it down to a G. E to G is a third. That works great. Let's go back up to that B. And let's see if we can kind of do a sequence kind of thing here. So we have a consonant skip. That's okay, because I have a third here and a fifth here. So those are both consonants. Now let's go. So I have an A and a C. I haven't overused anything yet. I've got a nice little line. We go down, we go up. So far, so good. Let's do, so A to C, A to A. How about another consonant skip? Kind of falling down again. So I have a G. What can I do to get down lower? I just kind of want to get away from these notes. Let's go to E. That makes a sixth. And then I can skip up, another consonant skip up to the G to make it octave. So another consonant skip. Then let's step into an A. F to A is a third. That's okay. Now let's do something a little weirder. Let's go B. So that's a dissonance. So that's going to be a passing tone. And I'm going to hopefully step into C against an E. That works. That is a sixth. But check this out. This B, this is a new interval that we haven't used in one yet, because F to B is a tritone, right? So that's actually an augmented fourth. But it's okay. Remember, augmented fourth, diminished fifth are in the allowable dissonant intervals. As long as they're on the second half of the measure, they're allowed in second species counterpoint. So that tritone is actually okay here, because we stepped into it, we stepped out of it, it's on the second half of the measure, and it's one of the intervals that are okay.